Welcome back to my channel, you guys. If you're new here, my name is 𝐓𝐋𝐄𝐄 and I post videos every single week. If you're not new here, welcome back. I missed you. So for today's video, we're going to be painting per usual, but I did want to get a little bit more in-depth and specific with how I begin at painting. I received a lot of comments on if there's a specific way that I start a sketch or if there's a method to like how I get my proportions accurate, and there actually is. Ever since I started using this way, I have not gone back, so I decided I want to share that with you guys today. First things first, you've got to get a reference that you love, so go ahead and spend a few hours, maybe just an hour, like looking through photos that you maybe took or found online somewhere, or maybe you're just doing a study. Just get a good reference, and once you've got one, you're gonna want to crop it to the size of your canvas, or at least like the ratio of your canvas. So my canvas that I'm working with is 36 by 36 inches or 3 by 3 ratio. So once you've got your reference, I want you to go ahead and sketch on the canvas to the best of your ability. You know, this is art, so there's no like wrong way to do this. There's no flaw. Just do a rough sketch, really an outline. I like to start with the silhouette when I do this first part, and once you get that down, you're gonna want to take a picture of the canvas and then again crop that to the same ratio as your canvas. So the materials you're going to need for this are an iPad, or any kind of phone will work fine for this. You're also going to want a colored pencil. I preferably choose to use colored pencils over like lead or graphite, just because I don't like the way the gray smudges when I go to paint on the canvas. An eraser, of course, and then you're also going to want to download the Adobe Express app. So after you've got a good outline of the silhouette down, it's really important, especially if you're working with the canvas, when you're taking this picture, try to keep the frame like as straight as possible and straighten up the canvas. Like, don't have it leaning because it's gonna mess up the angle at which you take the picture. So this is kind of tedious, but it's really important for the next step. Okay, so now you're going to want to open up the Adobe Express app. You're going to want to upload the original photo of the reference that is cropped, and then also the picture that you just took that is also cropped. They both need to be cropped to the same ratio so that this works out perfectly. Now, you want to put that over top of your reference photo, and then you're going to lower the opacity. I also like to take the sharpen up to 100%. And then sometimes I take the brightness down just a little bit, and I'll even play with the warmth, like I'll take it down just a little bit as well, just so I can see what I drew over top of the reference photo. So since we cropped the photo, it should stretch pretty seamlessly over top of your reference image. And now that we can see what's underneath, because the opacity has been lowered, you just kind of want to use that as a guide to see if your lines are where they need to be. And if they're not, obviously you want to go back, erase, and redraw, and you're just going to kind of rinse and repeat this until the image is to your liking. So I will probably do this from anywhere to about like 4 to 8 times, just until I get the image how I like. Sometimes if I don't have the image stretched over my reference perfectly, or I adjust and nudge the image a little bit too much, then I draw things in the wrong places and have to redo it. So that is why I really stress the importance of getting the image like pretty straight so it's not warped at all, so that you don't have to do that too many times. It definitely takes getting used to, but I've done this enough times that I can get it done pretty quickly. So again, do that as many times as you need until you get the sketch just how you like. I also want to note that even though I might get a drawing pretty far in one day, I will always try to wait a day or two in between, just so I have fresh eyes looking at this sketch to make sure that it's exactly how I want it to be. Because sometimes when you spend a few hours like really zoned into the sketch, it might not look as good as you want it to that first day, but then when you go back, you're like, oh, this is actually pretty good, or vice versa. So I always like to wait like a beat just before I go in and actually paint. I finished this scissor sketch quite a while ago, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and paint it today. Normally I start with the eyes and move my way out, but her hair takes up a lot of the canvas in this particular image, so I wanted to go ahead and get started with the hair because it is the most tedious part for me. that is pretty much all I have for you guys in today's video. If there was something that you wanted me to cover that I didn't go over, please leave a comment down below. Or if it's something different that you just have a question about or want to ask me, feel free to do that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Have a good evening or night or whatever day time it is. And drink some water. I'll see you in the next one.